Hey guys, MetalJesus here, and I am in Portland, Oregon for the Portland Retro Gaming Expo with my good buddy, Drunken Master Paul.
So we're down here, and we've issued each other a challenge while we're down here to kind of spice things up a little bit.
That's right. We have $100, and you and I are going to try to find a racing game, a first-person shooter, any game within a genre.
Something cool and weird.
Something cool and weird, and a collectible. So we have to...
Yeah, some kind of tchotchke, something collectible
something cool.
It may involve underpants, who knows?
But we only have $100 each to do it. So, and we're at the end of this, we're going to judge who is the winner
based on some criteria that will probably involve beer.
I feel like I'm going to win, but you can be sneaky sometimes. You're a sneaky bastard. So, let's do it.
Okay, so we've got 2 days to do this challenge, and I'm at a huge disadvantage because he's Metal Jesus and he knows all this stuff. So I'm gonna need to be clever, do something unusual, if I'm gonna even have a chance to win this thing.
My strategy is there's this booth selling blind bags, 5 games for $10. So I'm gonna spend 20% of my budget kind of rolling the dice here because they've got to have some good games in there, right? So why should I buy these?
Because, well, first of all, this is a great deal, but also I happen to fill these up with some of the best games ever. All released on the Wii, that means they're all good. They all have the Nintendo seal of quality.
That blind bag is risky. I'm not entirely sure what's in there.
I have a budget. This is weird to have a budget. Usually we're doing cheap game challenges, and so I'm always looking at the bargain bins for stuff. I can actually spend some money and get something cool. I don't know if I have that in me. That's not really in my DNA. Another thing is, it wasn't clear if we're buying stuff for ourselves or for each other. I'm kind of assuming for ourselves, but, you know, I don't know what I don't know. And I'm going to get it for me. He has enough stuff. He has enough stuff. I don't need to get him anything else.
Why do I get the feeling that Paul's probably going to cheat in this video? I don't trust the guy.
Okay, so this challenge is kind of kicking my ass. But I have an idea. I came up with one for a shooter that I heard about, and it just popped in my little noodle. No whiskey was involved, and I'm going to go on a quest to see if I can find that one first. Wish me luck. Okay, that's the one I've been looking for.
You know what I like about this one? That guy looks like me. The only thing, I wish I have those muscles.
Yeah.
But I don't have it, so.
That's cool.
That's sick, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so target achieved. I found this one pretty quickly, actually. I was looking for the PS4 version, but I'll take the PS3. And now I need to find a driving game. I know the one I want.
I see him over there. He doesn't know I'm watching him. Can't trust that guy.
I mean, driving games, it's kind of cheating, isn't it? Get a Burnout game.
The obvious choice would be a Burnout game. And I know that's kind of lame because everybody knows Burnout and they're not expensive. However, there might be one Burnout game that people have forgotten about.
His mind is going a mile a minute. Ah, there he goes. He's running away from me now. His brain's going a mile a minute. He can't think of anything outside the box that's going to be as cool as the stuff I find. He's so doomed. All right, well, I'll ask you guys. Is it cheating to get stuff from Pink Gorilla? Because it's not like he can say it's bad, it's not fun. I mean, we're kind of in the bag with this, aren't we? Let me ask an unbiased opinion. Do you think I should get a Pink Gorilla and just kind of cheat a little bit here?
I think it's the best deal we've shown, and not cheat.
Okay,
So,
all right. Well,
no, perfect.
yeah, you got it straight from whoever this is. I don't think I can get that R2 back there. My budget's running out. Maybe I'll offer him a buck. Anything with both speed and devils in it has got to be good. I have no idea what this game is.
I keep finding tables that I haven't been to yet. It's pretty cool.
Now this place is massive. Yeah. This place is like the TARDIS of expos. It's so much bigger on the inside. Kind of like Krispy Kreme donuts. Hater. I've been thinking about this game. It's a silly game. It is technically a driving game, and I'm gonna kick his ass at it. I got dragster. Oh, that could be a good one too.
Paul gets cocky sometimes, and that'll be his downfall.
That would work, but he can't read. He's gonna be all smug and because he knows games.
I have a pretty good feeling about this. I think I'm gonna win.
He knows he's gonna kick my ass. Can't let it happen. Maybe I should have gotten him hammered last night so he's all hungover today. My secret weapon.
I just thought of something. Hopefully it's still there. Lots of cool stuff to choose from. I'm kind of getting close to the limit here, and there are bonus points for going under. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
He knows video games like the back of my sister's head. So he's gonna have a huge edge on what's cool, what's valuable, or however it's gonna be judged.
I saw something yesterday that I think is gonna be a really cool, like, collectible. Hopefully it's still there.
My only chance is to apply the weird, I think. Apply just something that's gonna be surprising and unusual. Dinner hall's gonna close in 15 minutes. That'll work.
All right, dude, we are back in Seattle after the awesome Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
That was such a good time, and it's been
Yes.
forever since I've been down there with,
Yeah.
you know, time being pretty much meaningless these days.
Yeah.
So it was such a good time. It was huge, and there was just
Yeah.
a ton of stuff there.
And a ton of stuff to buy, which is the point of this video, because we had a challenge.
That's right. We gave each other a budget of $100, which
Yep.
I'm just not used to.
Right, I know.
I'm used to just being in the cheapo, going through the bins, trying to get the best deal possible.
Yeah.
But in this case, we actually had some money to spend on cool stuff.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, like $100, it isn't a lot at an expo like this, and that was my thing. I didn't know, you know, because often these expos are expensive. You know, there are lots of, you know, collectible games, and could we do it? And
Right.
we did it. So we're gonna have to figure out who kind of did the best job, right?
Right, we had 4 challenges.
Yes.
One was to get a shooter,
Yep.
first-person shooter. Another was a driving game.
Yep.
A third was just a random card.
Yeah.
Random card, random game.
Yeah.
Could have been a card, could have been a game, could have been a card game. Who knows? And then the last one was a piece of memorabilia or
Yeah.
collectible or
Like
some
a
kind of
tchotchke or something.
yeah, some
Yeah.
tchotchke that's just cool.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Well, and so our budget was $100, but there was going to be bonus points how far below that you got.
right.
That might get me in trouble. I didn't spend over $100, but I also just kept finding stuff I wanted to potentially, you know, put in this challenge.
I'm
so.
pretty sure I'm going to crush you on this one because it was
Okay.
really hard for me to turn off the cheap bastard part of my brain.
I believe it.
So that's kind of the way I went as well. why don't you go first? Because you've got a big bag of stuff over there.
Dude, so I am so proud of myself because essentially the first night that we walked in there was that one table that had blind like bags of games.
Oh yeah, I saw those when we came.
I know.
You did not.
And I'm so happy
You did not.
I'm so happy you didn't do this because I was really afraid that you were going to steal my idea.
Oh, you rat bastard.
So the moment that the expo like opened up and the challenge officially started, I ran over to that table, and I'm glad I did.
That's why you took off.
I did.
Yeah, I'll meet you over there.
Yes.
When you're gone.
Yes, because again, not only just because of you, but also I was worried that other people would find out this deal and they'd be sold out because
Right.
it is such a hell of a deal.
Oh, it's amazing.
5 games for $10 to cover my butt. I bought 2 of them because I'm thinking $20. I've got 10 games. I mean, I didn't know what was in here at all, so I picked an Xbox 360 and a Wii bag. And
a Wii bag?
Wii bag. That's so. I'm not going to show you everything that was in the Wii bag just yet.
Okay.
However, in the Xbox 360, there were some bangers in here, including 2 copies of BioShock Infinite. I don't know why.
Wow.
This might have been a mistake on their side, but again, $2 a piece. These are excellent shooters. I actually was replaying it like last year on the Switch.
Okay.
So good.
So, is this your entry for the shooter?
It is.
Okay.
It is. I'm going with that.
So BioShock.
BioShock.
Okay. You don't get double points for having 2 of them.
It's so funny when I open that up. I'm like, oh, yeah.
All right, well, that's a pretty good score, I gotta say.
Okay.
And kudos to you for stepping out your comfort zone and just going completely random.
Yeah.
Instead of channeling the Metal Jesus knowledge just to go get the best one.
He was concerned I would have a huge advantage in this, and you are probably right.
Yeah. So I wanted to work my random weird magic versus the Metal Jesus magic.
Dazzle me.
So what I got for the shooter is an actual game. And I didn't do a lot of research. I just wanted to get some ideas for shooters, and I picked this one because I'd never heard of it before.
Okay.
It's Bulletstorm.
Yes.
Limited edition for the PS3. Why for the PS3? I wanted it for the PS4, but this is the only copy that was there. I looked everywhere for it.
So that is an excellent choice. I love that game.
Really?
Oh yeah, I absolutely do. Yeah.
Really? Because I just pulled this out of my ass.
Oh, so you haven't played it yet?
I've never played this.
Oh.
I've never heard of this game before.
Oh, dude. So this is actually a really fun shooter that basically they went and created a completely like old school first person shooter. It's silly. It's over the top. Dude, you're gonna love that game.
Awesome.
Yeah, they've actually. It didn't sell very well, so you kind of got lucky here.
Wow.
But it's built up a cult following, and then again they did a special like remastered edition for current gen stuff. So
wow, so cool.
So you lucked out on that one.
It's got some stains on it too. That's going to be good. Well, I'll drink to that.
All right. You mentioned that we shouldn't do Burnout. Burnout is our go-to racing game. Everybody knows it.
It felt like cheating.
It is.
Do Burnout.
However, I did it anyways. But I did it with a twist.
Okay.
So, are you familiar with the PSP version of Burnout Legends?
No.
Oh, my friend. So, Burnout, so when I saw this, I'm like, I'm going for it. Because basically what they did, when the PSP came out, they wanted to do a Burnout game for it, and they basically just did a greatest hits. So that actually includes like a bunch of tracks from like
really
the first 3 games, I believe. So it's all mixed in there. It's like a best of. It's like
wow. Okay, that is cool. That's,
it is really cool. And I remember, dude, when I got my PSP, this game plays really well on it too. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's got all the speed. It's got everything there. Wow. It's so much fun. And I wanted to bring it up because one, it's cheap. I only paid $10 for it, and nobody really talks about it, and I love it because again, if you like those early Burnout games, this is for you.
Well, I can't wait to play this one. I really didn't get into the PSP. When I was commuting on the bus, I played it, but I think the only games I really played on it was Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, sure. Those are really good too. Yeah,
that was fun. Missed my bus stop a couple of times.
Yeah,
that one.
Me too.
But the driving games I have played on that were really good. So
yeah,
okay, I shall allow this.
Okay,
without throwing too much lamer shade at you.
So far I've only spent $30.
Wow. Okay.
And bought 11 games.
Right, but only.
That's true.
2 that count.
That's true.
2 that count.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I was thinking about driving games. And
okay.
I found one that I was going to buy.
Okay.
But they couldn't find the disc.
Oh.
That was, I think on PS4 it was Wreckfest.
Oh,
and
that's
that looked
a great
like
game.
a ton of fun. Again, I'd never seen it before, so I thought that'd be a ton of fun, but they didn't have the disc.
Okay.
And that was going to be the most expensive game I bought, by the way.
Oh, well, it's newer. That makes sense.
So instead, what I got, and only because I've been thinking about this game and thought it'd be fun for us to play for shots, I got Dragster on the 2600. There we go.
Oh, dude, I played this so much as a kid. Oh,
and
my God.
it's, I'm sure that I'll play this for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
This is really lame.
Yeah.
But no, I really wanted to play it again. It's super simple, as far as I remember. And yeah, I just looked for the cartridge and thought, well, if I can't get Wreckfest, maybe I'll find a copy of Dragster. I did. And so I'm really looking forward to playing this with you.
And how much was a copy of Dragster at Portland Retro Gaming Expo?
I paid $5 for this.
Okay.
I also paid only $5 for this.
Okay.
I've only spent $10 so far.
Yeah, you're way ahead of me here.
So I can't turn off the cheap bastard. It doesn't work. I tried. Okay, so here comes the wild card, the one that we just got because we think it's cool, or it was a great find, or it was just awesome.
Now, for me, I felt no control over this because I bought these blind bags, and I was convinced I was just going to use what was in there and roll the dice, and I totally did. So, first of all, I just want to show all the Wii games that were included in there that I could have chose.
All right.
Just Dance 2.
Oh my God.
I know. A game I have never heard of before, actually. What is this, like, Coco Toto Magic Circus? 40 mini games. This could be absolutely horrible or awesome. I have no idea.
I Smell and I Hate You episode.
Yeah, totally. We Play is kind of a classic as well. This is, you know,
sure, yeah.
A Nerf game. I have no idea. Wow. And then Skylanders, which I would assume you'd have to have the Skylander figures. Not going to count that one.
Okay, yeah.
So instead, what I'm going to do is go with Rocksmith was included in there. So you are familiar with Rock Band, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, the plastic instruments. Well, during this era,
this sounds familiar.
Another company put out Rocksmith, which basically allows you with basically an attachment to a real guitar, play and learn real guitar.
Wow.
That's what this is.
No.
Yes. And so, again, no plastic instruments. You really, really actually learn how to play guitar with this. And it was just included in the bag. I was like, this.
Wow.
Yeah, very cool, huh?
Well, I may have to issue myself a challenge and actually use this and see if I can play the guitar. I have a history.
Paul is always threatening to learn to play guitar, and I'm always like, great, do it.
Well, I'm not just threatening to play guitar. I actually have worked way harder to find ways around playing an actual guitar and make music than if I had actually taken lessons and learned to play the guitar.
And that's why I'm taking this mocking tone with him, because I'm like, he's always looking for some sort of cheat or whatever.
Yeah. I literally tore apart a Casio keyboard to try to rebuild it into something I could play with buttons instead, and I never did. So basically, that turned into Electric Kazoo, which
worked in our band. But so Rocksmith is actually a really cool game. It never it never got to the heights of Rock Band because it's a little bit less accessible, obviously, but very, very cool. So, and again, it's right up my alley. And this was just included in there as a bonus. So I'm like, I'm doing that one.
Yeah, I'm not doing myself any favors by saying this, but not only is this right up your alley, it's also right up your alley of being able to mock me mercilessly.
Very much so. Very much
it's a double whammy.
Yep.
I think you might have pit me on this one. There it is. I don't sort my boxes very well. This is for the Commodore 64. The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Okay, this is pretty cool. I did see this there, and I was like, oh my God. So...
How can I not?
Yeah, so they did, back in the 80s, an official licensed Rocky Horror Picture Show game. And I believe... So most people got it on cassette. I never owned this at the time, but I heard about it.
Wow.
And I know that there is also a floppy disk version of it, maybe. But yeah, games on cassette on the Commodore 64.
I own one other game on cassette.
Oh, you do?
I do. It's Bedlam.
Oh, interesting.
The TRS, the Tandy Trash 80.
Okay.
So I saw that and could not believe it. And I don't have a Commodore 64. I know somebody that does.
I do.
And I thought, how can I not get that?
Yeah.
And this was the big one. This is the one I spent the most money on. That was $40.
Okay. Very unusual. Yeah, that's really cool you picked that up.
Okay, that's 3 down.
Yes.
1 to go. I think we're both doing pretty well here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of impressed with the stuff you brought, and
I know. Again, $100 actually can go a long ways. I'm surprised. Right?
Yeah. And other than my Rocky Horror, I was online to spend about $20.
But we do have one more thing, and that is the collectible.
Right.
Of which this is where I did spend a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And this is where, man, so many options. I mean, from really expensive stuff to not so expensive. So I found this vendor there that was 3D printing.
I saw those.
Yeah. So there was, dude, he had a bunch of these there where I couldn't. I literally stood there and was like, do I get the Do one? Do I get like the Chrono Trigger one? I couldn't make up my mind.
Wow.
But they're really cool. They're just basically it's artwork for your game room, and these were $35 for the larger one. Yeah,
okay.
It was expensive.
Oof.
I know, and so I did go back and forth. I was like, but I've never seen them before. I thought they did a great job. I was like, okay, so I
Let me see that.
Yeah. So I bit the bullet, and I did spend $35 on that.
That's really cool.
But I absolutely love Chrono Trigger. It's going to look really cool in my game room. Yeah. However, to your point, you keep walking around.
Oh, this isn't it.
No. I could have ended there, but I found one more booth, and I just was like, I got to do this. So there was a booth there that had these. Now, on camera, this is going to be really hard to pick up, but they're actually lenticular 3D artwork.
Yes!
Dude, this is only $15.
No.
And they had tons of them. Tons of different games.
No.
I know. Doesn't that look so cool?
That is amazing.
I know.
The Immortal John Hancock's gonna be very jealous. This is his game.
I know. And so for $15, I was like,
Goblins.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of the Street Fighter, and they're all they're all licensed. They're all, and again, $15, man. I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool in the game room. So
what I got for the collectible is this. This is an autographed piece of artwork.
That's right.
Peggle and Bejeweled 2.
Yeah.
Autographed piece of artwork by Paul Niemeyer, who did the artwork for Peggle and Bejeweled and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. He's a super cool dude.
Yeah, I hear he has a really good drinking buddy.
Yeah, actually, it's funny I saw him there. I didn't know he was going to be at the expo because I went drinking with him and a couple other people, I believe in South Carolina, and he's just a super cool, chill dude, really funny, super down to earth. And the reason why you got that is because your wife is a drooling Peggle fan.
She and her friend Christy will play Peggle. They'll just hang out on the couch, drinking wine and play Peggle literally all day. And so I had to get it. I had an autograph to Liz and Snave, her friend.
Yeah.
And so that is my collectible.
So
and I paid $30 for that.
Here's the deal. As cool as my collectibles are, and they are very cool, you gotta go to Portland to get that. You gotta go to an expo. You know what I mean? These are probably for sale online.
Yeah.
And so thinking about it, I'm like, that's pretty cool. You got to meet the dude, talk to him, get him to sign it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've wound up talking to him for a while. He's a really cool dude.
Very much so. Huh, that's cool.
Okay, so what I spent on the stuff in the challenge. I spent $5 each on Bulletstorm and Dragster. Okay. And this is where things go a little bit sideways. I spent $40 on $50. Rocky Horror.
Okay.
And I tried to talk him down. I tried to get a discount for, you got to give a Rocky Horror Burnout discount?
Yeah.
Nope, wasn't having it.
It's so unique, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so that's $50. Yeah. And then I spent $30 on the artwork. So
I am amazed. Because I am including 2 collectibles here in mine.
Oh, I didn't realize you're including them both.
Because that gets me to 70. I still beat you.
I cannot believe you beat me on the money thing.
I know, because you are very cheap for sure.
I am, but this is part of it is of having a budget that I wouldn't have done before is allowed myself to buy something as cool as this.
Yeah, and to the point of mine, like buying those blind boxes, well, I actually technically have some of the games in there. I don't have all of the games in there, and the ones I do, I could trade away. You know what I mean? So it worked out really well.
Yeah, I've got to start bringing money to these conventions more often.
I thought it was really fun to have a budget in a challenge like this because it really it made me look at stuff that I normally wouldn't look at.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It was pretty fun.
Absolutely. And it kind of gave me permission to go ahead and spend something. You know, it's always fun to find a deal.
Yeah.
But then to have that cushion of if your eye comes across something you really want, to feel good about going ahead and getting that. I saved money here so I can spend it over there.
It's true. And again, that was the whole point of doing all this, is to show you guys and also for us that deals can be had actually at these expos, which was really fun. However, do we need to choose who actually won?
Who got the best stuff? I mean, the money thing is pretty close.
I would say, to be quite honest with you, I really like your choices. I think that they're pretty cool. While I ended up going with some of the more kind of like just what was handed to me, as far as like everyone knows BioShock Infinite, you know, Rocky Horror Dragster, and Bulletstorm.
I want to play that game. I want to play Rocky Horror Dragster.
We should do that right after this. That's pretty cool. And again, well, as much as I love my collectibles, I think I did really well here. Meeting the man himself, you were so excited when you found out who that was.
Yeah.
I know. It was pretty cool.
I just bounced it all over the place. It never occurred to me that, you know, a person did this artwork, to be totally honest.
I know.
Like, I thought this was just knocked out by a graphic artist and like several people put together and that was it. But no, it takes an artist to do it.
Yeah, it does. And I love how at these expos they're starting to highlight some of the people that have created this iconic artwork that we love on the games. And, you know, I mean, we've seen them for decades. And so it's really cool to meet them and, you know, talk to them and see what other stuff that they did. It was pretty fun.
I was so excited. And for me, I'm going to have to agree with you. I really am. I like the stuff you got, but I'm really happy with the kind of the eclectic collection I put together here. And for only $10 more.
And again, I think for me it showed that, hey, if you go there, there's deals to be had. Like, you could go there and just buy a ton of games relatively cheap and have a fairly large collection for not a lot of money, basically. So, yeah, it was. Again, it's many ways you could play this, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah, happy.
But this is just our opinion. We'd love to know what you think down in the comments below.
Absolutely, because there's some of you out there that are even weirder than us. Go figure. No,
not on the internet. All right, dude. So where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Drunken Master Paul on YouTube, and what's Twitter called these days? I call it Twix. It's Twix. So send me a Twix.
I do love Twix, actually.
And on Twitch.
Oh yeah, you're doing Twitch?
I'm gonna get back to doing Twitch.
Okay, well, very cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and take care. Cheers.